What is going on, everyone? This is Ryan with the Loth-Wolf Pack, and today we are bringing you guys kind of a special little PSA about our channel. We record a podcast every other week, so this is going to be our second recording in the week. But we do have a special announcement, and for that announcement, we have Casey. This is, I believe, your first time on the podcast. So, Casey, welcome to the podcast. How you doing, man? Congratulations on becoming a dad for the second time, by the way.
Oh, well, thanks. I don't even know where to start on all that. Yeah, you're correct. It is my first time. I did just become a dad with another daughter, and things are wonderful. I can't complain. Life is good.
That's awesome. Joining Casey and myself, we also have the rest of the idiots. We have Chris, we have Jim, and once again, I hate to disappoint our listeners at home, but we do have Bob. So, gentlemen,
Yes, sir.
how are you guys doing? Coming off of a nice little live stream there.
Oh yeah, doing good. We were able to see Bob embarrass himself with Bib Fortuna on stream,
Yep.
so that was a highlight. But yeah, we're doing fine. Jim, how are you doing?
I'm good. I mean, it was fun to embarrass Bob, but
Thanks.
I was not a braggy person. He already's pretty mad at me from our fantasy football.
Yeah, we're not going to talk
But
about.
we're not going to talk
football.
about that.
Did you guys play each other in an important matchup?
I mean,
we did. Yeah,
maybe.
Not going to talk about that.
We're not going to talk.
We're here to talk
that.
about Destiny.
That's true. We are.
But no, I'm riding the wave right now, baby. Everything's good. Destiny is fun again, and life is good. So I'm gonna pass it over to the doctor and see how he's feeling.
So you guys did see me on the live stream. Not do so hot. It's okay. Some of our crock pot designs are not always edible. So I think Bib Fortuna Thrawn might be going back in the on the shelves.
In the
we'll
cupboard?
See. Yeah, going back in the cupboard.
Yeah.
Well, Jim knows all about busted crockpot theory.
Oh my God. There was at one point in time where I think that I would sit and look at my binder and I would just make a pairing and then convince myself it would be playable.
That's exactly what I did with
And then I'd be like, you know what? All right, I'm going to do this, and this, and no one's going to see it coming.
Guys, if I hit the 3 melee, I'm drawn twice, and then I bib with the special twice. I mean, I could do 12 damage.
No, my God.
I mean, it's possible.
And it just gets ransacked.
Never really works out the way you want it to.
It doesn't always.
But all right, I'm going to turn it back over to you, though, Rye.
Yeah. All right. So once again, this is kind of a special announcement. It's going to be kind of the state of our channel. As you guys or you viewers at home have noticed, there's kind of just been a difference in how we've presented some things since Chris, Jim, Bob, and myself have kind of become more prominent members of the channel. That was originally started by Casey and Levi, who unfortunately can't join us. So Casey's going to kind of take over here. He's going to kind of explain the state of the channel and all that stuff. And we're going to kind of wrap it up. So this will be a quick video for you guys, just kind of explaining what's going on and what to expect kind of going forward with this channel and all of that good stuff. So Casey, the floor is yours.
Well, first off, thank you guys all for having me here. I love what you guys are doing here, and a great addition you guys have had to the channel. And, to speak on that for just a brief moment, as many of you guys know, Levi and I started this channel, 2 years ago, something like that. We started playing Destiny since day one. We'd watched the content creators that were out there at the time, and just felt that we wanted to bring a more positive vibe to the game. And so one night we decided we would record ourselves playing Destiny, and the rest is history. As we get older and life kind of starts to take over, so we just couldn't really focus on the channel the way we wanted to. And I had the great opportunity of moving out to a suburb of Chicago and met these great guys playing at the local game store on a Wednesday night. And I think we all became real fast friends, and Levi and I chatted and decided that we wanted to offer them, full-on partnership into the channel, have them come in and put their own stank and flavor on what we're doing. And I got to say, we couldn't be prouder or happier with the direction and pace that the channel has taken. I mean, we wouldn't be where we are. I don't even know if the channel would exist anymore without you guys and your input. So I really, truly, from the bottom of my heart and on behalf of Levi, we truly thank you guys, and again, are just honored to have you as a part of the team. So I'm gonna let the big news go back over to you guys, but truly, this has been a wonderful ride, and I can't wait for the future.
Casey, man, he caught me in my feelings. No, but we want to say thank you. I think on behalf of all of us too. From the day that I met you, when I wandered up to Fair Game one day and played and had met you, and you told me about your channel and got to know you and your brother really quick. And then once we all started going to Fair Game, like you said, and built that friendship, you guys have been really key to us not only developing as content creators, but just as players in this game that we enjoy. And the community aspect has always been your most proud aspect. You always, like you said, you wanted to create a positive channel, and I can honestly say that you and Levi are two of the nicest guys that we've ever met. And so when you asked us to be a part of it, knowing our love for the game, we jumped on that opportunity. And so I think on behalf of all of us, we want to thank you guys. And then I will pass it over to Bob, because Bob has been in talks with some people, and Bob actually created the name that we're going to be going on with from here on forward. So Bob, you can kind of tell the people how you came about this idea.
Well, first off, I want to say kind of the springboard off of what Jim said. Casey and Levi, I mean, you guys were like the backbone of the whole squad kind of forming. I mean, we'd always had like faint talks of starting a podcast and becoming a squad, and we never really got that ball off the ground. And then when you guys approached us with it, that was kind of like the first step into action to really get us involved in it. Because I don't think any of us were really that motivated to really do anything. And I think you guys gave us the channel, no pun intended, to actually do that. So
Yeah,
that's huge.
yeah, I mean, Casey and Levi did all the hard work. We just kind of walked into a situation where they already had 150 people watching.
Right.
Yeah.
So back to the name. We'd always talked about like wrestling and like things that we're also interested in, and one of the things we always went back to was the NWO, the Wolf Pack. And for whatever reason, one day I just threw out there like Loth-Wolf Pack. Oh, that's a thing. The Loth-Wolves.
Yeah.
The second Bob said it, I think we all sent back the rocket ship emoji.
Yeah, I was walking my dog and I saw that and I was like, oh my God.
Like this might be something.
Yeah.
And
Bob finally contributed.
and
my one good thing that I did for the squad.
To backtrack, when we first got into the game and started going to the local store, we were the newbies. And so every time we would get, we'd go to the store, we'd get busted up by these seasoned vets. And eventually we started to get our legs beneath us. And so we were like, you know what, we're not newbies all the time. Like we're smart guys. We can do this. And so we kind of took that, like he said, we're big wrestling fans. We took that attitude of like, hey, it's the Wolf Pack versus the seasoned vets. And you know how like NWO came in and shook up WCW. We were going to come in and shake up the local scene.
Yeah.
And then Bob dropped that insane name drop down. And it was right at the time when Rebels was airing its final season. And it was all about
Doom.
The Caleb Doom and the Loth-Wolves were in there. And so then everything just kind of lined up. So we started calling ourselves the Loth-Wolf Pack. And
I was kind of worried that the name was taken somewhere because I was like, wow, this name is too good.
Nobody's as smart as you, Bob.
No one's as smart as Bob.
Oh, coming from you, Ryan, that means a lot.
So it means a lot to us for them to give us a channel that had subscribers, had viewers, and us taking the reins. We felt like, you know what? It's not just a name that should sit in secret. It's so good, and I think it kind of a wolf pack embodies multiple people and multiple wolves. And so we were like, dude, not only is this name perfect for us, but if we get new subscribers, they're all part of the pack. So it just kind of fit. And I'm going to pass it over to Ryan because I know Ryan has been really involved in this process. And then I think without Chris, we couldn't have done half the things we do. So I'll let Ryan, why don't you take over? Anything you want to add?
Yeah, so I think the most important thing for me is, and I know I speak on all of us, but like Jim was alluding to earlier, the spirit of this channel was always positivity and kind of creating an outreach that can not only just attract new players to this game, but also show them kind of a different side. I know For me, I love watching the competitive players, whether it be like Hyperloops or ABG, create videos, and that's how I got better. But there's something to be said about these, like just guys just having fun and bantering with each other and showing you that there's not just a competitive side to this game. And being a part of this process has really kind of toned my competitive edge down, being around all of you guys. And we saw today during your live stream, we're attracting new players to our channel and people are asking questions. So I think that for us to keep that spirit alive that was created by Casey and Levi originally is one of the most important things going forward. But if it's unclear, we are completely kind of rebranding the channel. So it was the Brothers Dimm. We're going to rebrand it to the Loth-Wolf Pack. I think Jim cut off Bob before he got to make the big announcement, but he's been kind of talking to Parker Simpson, who's done a lot of Star Wars Destiny art. Parker has created us a logo. He's created us playmats that we hope we'll get here soon so we can start putting those on the live stream and stuff like that. So if you guys want to check out our channel, from now on, I think we're going to be called the Loth-Wolf Pack. It's going to be all of it. I know we've mentioned it in a lot of our channels, especially the podcast. That's kind of how we're going to be known going forward. We'll give it over to Casey. He's got something to say, and then we'll kind of tell you guys what we can expect going forward or what you guys can expect out of us going forward. So Casey, go ahead.
Yeah. Just to kind of reiterate, I think a lot of what we've said here, but my brother and I started the Brothers Dimm. It was a funny take on a name, and where we were two brothers having fun, and that's just no longer what this channel's about anymore. We're a big group. We're a big pack. And it's just a great name you guys came up with, and we couldn't let that opportunity go. So yeah, we were more than happy to let you guys run with that name. I think it's a great name for the channel and for the team. Congratulations, guys. Good job.
Thanks. So Chris, why don't you take us into the future? What does the future hold for the Loth-Wolf Pack?
Well, hopefully more of the same. So, kind of with Fantasy Flight, announcing the updated Holocron and hopefully having covert missions on the horizon. It seems like overall the Destiny community has kind of been revitalized, and there's kind of a new spark of hope, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
And it just seems like even at Fair Game, last week, people come and there was kind of just like a buzz in the room. People were excited to play and with new decks, and the past month or two, it's just been like, oh, Wednesday again, we got to go play again. So I think with that, you've seen us do a couple live streams now. We hope to still record at Fair Game and at the other store in Frankfurt called Amazing Fantasy Books and Comics. So we still hope to bring the same quantity and most importantly, the quality of the in real life content, and then hopefully continue with the bi-weekly podcast schedule that we've had in the past.
Yes.
Real quick, I want to interject and just kind of give another shout out to Parker Simpson. We mentioned that he made our logo, he made our playmats that are going to be coming in soon. I just want to say he was very cool to work with. He made things happen. Like I gave him an idea, I just kind of slid into his DMs on Facebook and said, "Hey, we got an idea. Can you make it happen?" And he was super cool about it. Made an awesome design that we're going to feature hopefully soon. And you can see in some of our live stream chats, we were kind of teasing the logo that we got. So you can have to tune into those live streams.
And he might be a guest on the podcast.
And yeah, he's going to hopefully be a future guest one day. So if you want to check out his stuff, he's at parkersimpsonartwork.com. He's got tons of awesome content out there, lots of alternate art character cards. He has his own playmats. And if you have an idea for a design, he's very easy to work with. So shout out to Parker Simpson. You the man.
Putting him over.
Yeah,
That's a quality.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
So does anybody have any parting thoughts before I wrap this up here?
I guess if I could just say, I know Casey said that, he's really happy or excited about the name change and the brand change, etc. But I think Jim alluded to this before, and Ryan, you as well. But clearly, none of this is at all possible without Casey and Levi laying the foundation of the channel, and they were putting in the hard, dirty work down in the trenches in the dark days when it was just Awakenings and Spirit of Rebellion, and trying to shed some light on different personalities that maybe aren't so pessimistic or glass half empty type people that would stream on or create.
Shout out to Sir Christopher, baby.
Yeah, Sir Christopher being probably number one. Levi's number one nemesis.
No,
of
he's
all
my
time.
nemesis.
Oh, your nemesis. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Talton DJ, baby.
One of,
Got
the
you.
best, one of the best nights of my life.
yeah, that's right. That's right. But Casey, you alluded to how we kind of became friends, and clearly from the beginning, just as Jim said, going to the store and playing against, we were the new people, and Casey and Levi were so welcoming and nice and very just open arms, and then gradually that became or led to Casey and Levi asking us to help out with the channel because they obviously live much busier lives than probably, well, maybe not Ryan now, but Bob, Jim, and I combined do not live as busy of a life as Casey or Levi. So I just want to say thanks again, Casey, for the opportunity. And it's been a fun last few months.
It's been a real pleasure, guys. I really am looking forward.
Wolfpack.
Yeah, really looking forward to the future with the channel. You guys have really added great content to it. Really stoked.
Hopefully in the future, when your schedules get a little less busy, we could hopefully schedule like a group hangout where we can live stream and get both of you guys over for a weekend or just a couple hours on a weekend. That way, I know it's tough when Levi's out of town so much, and both you and Ryan are now living dad life like crazy. But if it ever lines up and the stars align, I'm sure this is not the last that you'll see of Casey and Levi. And then for my last shout out, I just want to really put over Chris, because on the technical aspect, when we started all of this stuff and once Casey and Levi said we could join, Chris has gone out of his way beyond what you could ever think of to spend time editing, putting together videos, putting together content. He's the one that transports all the equipment. It's his computer we record on, and he does a lot of the dirty work that requires the extra time. So without Chris, without Casey, without Levi, none of this would be possible.
Without any of you guys, truly, it's a team effort. You guys all kick ass. It's a great community.
Yeah, it's just a happy time.
Chris, we all contribute something to the group, and that's the cool thing about us.
Except for you, Bob.
Yeah, I know.
I've got the name. I've got the name, so that's his claim.
I just got the name. That's it.
I
had to join in.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so wrapping it up, one of the things that kind of I've been a proponent of, we want to hear from you guys. So all 13 of our fans that listen to this podcast regularly. And both of you that watched my deck tech videos, what do you guys want from this channel? And we're as you can tell by our live streams, we're very open to playing anything. We don't really have standards when it comes to character pairings or anything like that. We are going to continue with the live streams and all that. We're going to record at Fair Game and AF as we have regularly done, hopefully get some back into that commentary life, but please reach out, either message us, contact us, leave a comment in the section here below. I'm going to try my best to kind of get our podcast out on the other podcasting platforms, so be on the lookout for that. It's going to be something that we're going to try to kind of become more widespread as we shift to this name change. But as always, thank you guys for listening. On behalf of Casey, Chris, Jim, Bob, and myself, Loth-Wolf out.